on. Join his Facebook page, his social media, follow his website, and I'll let him speak to say and advise you what should we do, all of us. We're all the people of God. We believe in one God. Let's work together for that sake.
Like many of you, I'm an immigrant to this country, so I make sure every time that on July 1st, I make sure to take a good read of some Canadian history and inform myself about the great country that so many of us have chosen. So many people have had the privilege of being born here, but for so many of us, we had to go to extra lengths to be here. We had to work harder to be here because we love this country, and it is. So this year I got to do a little bit of my reading about the greatness of Canada a little early when I read that a teacher had said that if you don't believe the same things that the teacher believes about sex and gender, that you don't belong here.
Yes.
Or that if you don't or that if you'd like to see a change to Canadian law, that you can't be a Canadian.
What do you say? Not believe you.
So it is a great privilege we have to live in a country that was literally built on freedom of religion. The night that the British were able to take over Quebec City and to finally have complete control of Quebec, they had ordered the general that was in charge here, they'd ordered him to make sure that the Catholic religion did not continue to exist in these lands. But there was something different about this place, that even under a direct order from the British Crown to make all these French-speaking Catholics to make them good little English-speaking Anglicans. Yeah, the general said no, and he actually allowed the Catholic community to basically sneak out a bishop bishop that they wanted to make archbishop, so that Catholicism could continue in this country. And then, through the labors of many minorities to this country, is specifically even an English-speaking Catholic. Okay, you can take that up with Mahmoud. But specifically an English-speaking Catholic member of Parliament who was a minority of a minority within Montreal. He made sure that we would have both Catholic and Protestant schools in this country. In so many other places, they have decided that religion cannot be in the schools at all, or that only one religion can be in the schools. But from the very beginning of Canada, we have realized that if we're all going to get along, if we're all going to live in this place, we have to make room for every religion, for everyone to be able to practice their religion. And there is no way to have an education system without talking about our values and without making what are essentially religious claims. So we have always had a strong tradition in this country of protecting freedom of religion, which means protecting the ability to educate your own kids in the way you would like to see them educated. So that is why in Alberta, we have not only had the wisdom to retain our Catholic schools, but we have introduced charter schools. We've introduced charter schools that, like the Arabic language charter school that we have here in Calgary. We've allowed for independent schools, which can be from any religion or no religion, or you can have an atheist independent school, because we let everyone have equal access to education, and the government doesn't pick and choose who gets educated and how in an ultimate sense. We know that the parents are the real experts in their own kids, and that the parents are the ones who need to be left to decide how their children will be educated. So in dozens of ways, we've made that possible and easier here in Alberta. But there are many forces in Alberta that would like to see us abandon this diversity of thought, this diversity of religion, this diversity of values, and go to a one-size-fits-all system. But as any parent who's had more than one kid knows, one size does not fit all kids. Every kid is different. Every kid has different requirements for their education, for their upbringing, which means that the education system also cannot be one size fits all. So that's what we fight for in the Alberta Parents Union. And if you sign up with us, you can just go to albertaparentsunion.ca. You can sign up for our email list. I promise you that I will, to the best of my ability, give you the most informative content that I can give you to help you keep up with what's happening with your kids, what's happening in the schools. Make sure that you're up to date on the most important things that are happening in the education system, and to help you make your voice heard at the school board level and at the provincial level, to make sure that you have the right to educate your kids the way you see fit. Because again, parents are the real experts in their own kids.
Leave our kids alone!
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 Leave our kids alone!